You know what's going on. It's Breland here at the Troubadour, and you are watching Hollywire.
What's up, Hollywire? Gabby Conti here with Breland. We are backstage at the Troubadour. Hours from now, you're going to go on stage to a sold-out crowd.
Yeah.
How are you feeling?
Feeling really grateful. You know, this has been a journey for me, you know, putting out music before the pandemic, not being able to play any shows for the first year and a half. You know, kind of internally feeling like maybe I missed some of the momentum that I might have had if that hadn't all happened. But to be able to play shows like this kind of reminds me that I am on the right track and that my timing is unique to me. I'm not really in a race against anybody else. So for us to be able to sell out a spot like the Troubadour, 2 years ago we played the Moroccan Lounge, which is a 200-person venue. For us to be able to move up to this spot feels like progress.
I want to play a quick little game with you.
I love games.
Which is finish that phrase.
Okay.
The next date I would like to put on blast is, because the last two interviews, you called two people out that you dated. One was fondly. You were talking about your first kiss and you were talking about her fondly. The other, you gave the name, location, age of this girl.
Yeah.
Is there any other dates that I'd like to give you the platform if there's anyone you'd like to put on blast?
Oh, man. Put anybody I want to put on blast. I went on a date with an artist this is a little while back now.
Okay.
I won't say who that artist is.
Man, you're getting too big now.
I won't say who that artist is.
Speak as freely.
But she crazy.
Okay.
So yeah, it was happy to get out of that unscathed.
Yeah.
Sometimes you feel like maybe you can date artists and that you'll have a similar understanding, but the same thing that allows someone to be great at writing songs often doesn't lead to being great at other things.
Okay, that brings me to my next finish that
What you
phrase.
got?
The biggest red flag on a date is?
Biggest red flag on a date is it's just in the eyes. I'm telling you.
The crazy eyes.
It's in the eyes,
Got the
man.
crazy
I don't
eyes.
want to use the term crazy pejoratively. I know there are people who, but I can see it in the eyes, whether you're on the level or not. And if I can't make eye contact with you and feel safe and comfortable, I'm out.
All right. Okay. It's all about that eye contact.
It's all about that eye contact.
The one song that you could listen to over and over again and never get sick of is?
James Joint by Rihanna. It's a interlude on her last album, and just something James Fauntleroy wrote it, and there's just something in the chords that it's a minute and a half. I could listen to that song for an hour straight, never get tired of it.
The one thing that you have to have in your green room is the biggest, most important thing on your rider.
I gotta have popcorn.
What kind of popcorn?
And I don't even think we have popcorn on our rider anymore because I was the only one that was eating it, and I would never finish these big bags. But I like kettle corn.
Okay, kettle corn.
Just feel like it's light. I can eat popcorn and I don't feel like it's super filling. Whereas if I have a bag of chips, that might be a little filling. Sometimes popcorn is right in between.
Okay.
It's fluffy, it's light.
I love it. Is there ever a song, if you had to pick any song in the world that you could cover the way you'd want to cover, what would that be?
I've been thinking it's about time. I'm looking at John Denver's poster up here in the Troubadour. I'm feeling like a little Country Roads Take Me Home. People don't want to touch it because it's such a classic, but I do think there might be something there.
Yeah.
That would be a cool one.
Yeah, I would love that. Also, how did you get into this? How did you get into country, to music? You write, you produce, you sing. How did this all happen for you?
Yeah, my parents are singers. They met in the Howard Gospel Choir in the 80s, and they sing in church still. They've put out some music themselves. And, it's definitely an inspiration for me growing up in a musical household. Definitely, if you're in the Breland household, you're going to learn how to sing. You will hold a note. You will learn how to harmonize. If you're pitchy, you'll be told. At a young age, if you're a little sharp, a little flat, someone's going to tell you.
Yeah.
So I would say it's like the Jackson's light, Diet Jackson's.
Okay,
No
Diet
abuse
Jackson.
per
No,
se.
yeah.
Let's just be clear.
Just on your game.
But yeah, you got to be on your game, and I feel like being in a musical family like that, you want to be on your game because it's part of how we communicate. And part of our dynamic as a family. So I think that played a really big part. Growing up, I definitely was singing in church. I did musical theater. I was a YouTube kid putting covers up and putting some music up in high school. And then really when I got to college, I decided it was time to lock in and try to make music a more sustainable profession for myself, and really committed myself to writing songs, started writing songs for a lot of other artists.
Right.
And then my artist career kind of came out of that.
That's so fascinating.
Country music was more of something that I always appreciated, but I wasn't sure how I would be able to fit in to the genre. But I saw the ways that the genre was evolving even in 2018, 2019, when I came onto the scene as an artist. I thought, you know what, I think that I have something to say in this format, and I think it could be really powerful. And I saw a pretty blank canvas on which I could kind of paint whatever I wanted, and it's panned out kind of pretty much the way that I was hoping. I'm getting to do this on a larger scale, getting to play venues like this, tour with some of my favorite country acts, and I think what I'm doing is bigger than just country music, obviously, because it is blending a lot of different genres, and I've always wanted to try to build bridges between country and hip hop, and country and gospel, country and R&B. Which we're doing, but it's cool to be a part of a genre like country right now, where it is having this massive cultural moment, and the sounds and the people who are participating in it are evolving in real time.
I love it. Well, Breland, thank you so much.
Thanks for having me.
Have a great show.
Thanks.